Hello and welcome. All right, in this video we're going to be going over some integrals that I gave in my 2021 quiz. So let's start with this one. If I can make this thing work properly, that would be nice. Let's start with, there we go, this one. Let's do integral dx over x square root x squared minus 1. This one is just, we need to recognize this as just inverse secant. Okay, inverse secant absolute x plus c. This is just direct memorization and identification there. Okay, now let's compare that with this one, integral x dx over square root x squared minus 1. So the only difference here is instead of the x being on the bottom, the x is on top. Okay, so this is not inverse secant. Okay, inverse secant, whatever this is, the square root of whatever this is needs to be right here. Okay, right here beside the square root in the bottom. And that's not what we have. We have that on top. Okay, and the thing we have to realize here is that if we take the derivative of x squared, we're going to get 2x. Okay, and that 2 doesn't matter because we can divide it off. Let me show you what I'm talking about. U equals x squared minus 1. du dx is 2x. Therefore, du is going to be 2x dx. We can divide both sides by 2, and we wind up with x dx equals 1/2 du. And now here's x dx, so we can replace that with 1/2 du. So we're going to wind up with 1/2 integral du over the square root of u. And this is just going to be 1/2 integral. And then square root of u in the bottom, that's going to be u to the negative 1/2 power. And then we got the du there. This is going to be 1/2 multiplied by u to the, and then add 1. Add 1. Negative 1/2 plus 1 is positive 1/2. And then we're going to divide by 1/2, which is the same thing as multiplying by 2. And that's going to cause these guys to cancel here. We get the plus c here. And there we go, back substitute. This is going to be the square root of x squared minus 1 plus c. This is a very standard problem. I would classify this one as easy, but not as easy as this one. This one is the easiest type. This is probably the second easiest type. Let's keep going. All right, next we have this guy. Okay, we have integral x squared dx over square root of x squared minus 1. Now, once again, I see the square root of x squared minus 1. I might want to think inverse secant, but once again, I need an x here and no x's here in order for that to work, and that's not what we have. Okay, we have x squared on top, x squared on the bottom. Okay, and you know the advice that u is usually the complex thing being raised to a power. That is still true. So u is going to be x squared minus 1. And of course, I miscopied this because I miscopied it earlier. This is supposed to be x cubed. Sorry, everybody. This is supposed to be x cubed, not x squared. Okay? So anyway, u equals x squared minus 1. Du, once again, is going to be 2x dx. Okay? And, now we have to think a little bit. Okay? Because we have x cubed here. Okay? And one of the x's is taken into account here. We know that du has an x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the x cubed and I'm going to write it like this as x squared times x. Okay, so we get x squared times x dx over the square root of u. And let me, you know what, I'm sorry, let me not do that yet. I'm still going to keep this as square root x squared minus 1. I want to go to u all at once, okay? So I need the x squared. This x dx is already taken into account because it's right here. X dx, once again, is 1/2 du. So x dx is taken into account. So now all we got to take into account is this x squared here, okay? So let's do that. X squared is going to be u plus 1 if I solve for x squared here, okay? So wherever I see an x squared, I can replace that with u plus 1, and now I'm ready to go to u all together, okay? So x squared, let's sub in u plus 1. X dx, we're going to sub in 1/2 du, so I'm going to put a 1/2 out here. Let's go du over, and then this is going to be, this is the square root of u. This is u to the power 1/2. Okay, so now we went all the way to u. So now let's just do some algebra and solve this thing, okay? We're just going to split this, okay? This is going to be u over u to the 1/2, which is u to the 1/2. And then 1 over u to the 1/2 is going to be u to the negative 1/2. Okay, so now we just have to integrate this. So we're going to wind up with 1/2. And now if I integrate u to the 1/2, I'm going to add 1. So 1/2 plus 2 over 2, that's going to be u to the 3 over 2. And then I want to divide by 3 over 2, which of course is the same as multiplying by 2 over 3. Okay, now if I add 1 to negative 1/2, I'm going to get u to the positive 1/2 over positive 1/2. And then I'm going to have the plus c. Okay, now once again, dividing by 3/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2/3. Dividing by 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2. So I wind up with 1/2. And then inside I get 2/3. And now I'm going to go ahead and back substitute. U is x squared minus 1. So I'm going to have x squared minus 1 to the power 3/2 plus x squared minus 1 to the power 1/2, which we can write as the square root of x squared minus 1. And then dividing by 1/2, of course, that's just multiplying by 2. Okay? So there's that. And then, you know, we can technically keep it here. I will go ahead and distribute the 1/2. That's going to give me 1/2 times 2/3. That's going to give me 1/3. And then this is going to be the square root of x squared minus 1, whole thing cubed, plus, and then 1/2 times 2 is just 1, so I'd get plus the square root of x squared minus 1. Plus c, okay? So that one was a little more challenging. We had to sub and solve, okay? We had to sub and solve. U was the thing down here, but then we had to solve for x squared, and we had to be a little clever. We had to separate x cubed into x squared times x. And how do we know to do that? We know to do that from the du, okay? The du is what tells us we need to do that, because we need one factor of x for du. That is how I know to do that. Okay? So I hope that that helps. Let's see. Can we throw another one in really quick before I have another class? Ooh, I don't think so. Okay? So that's going to wrap it up for these square root integrals. I hope that this little video is helpful. And we are going to do more of this, okay? We need a little help. We're going to improve on this, okay? So don't worry, we got this.